We are
Ready.
back, and hopefully the problems have once again been fixed. Very sorry about the technical problems we've been having, but thank you for staying with us and for having so much patience. So the position looks very different now. Actually,
Not in a good way. Not in a good way.
no, but for white in a good way, doesn't it?
Well, the question is if white's losing by force or white's winning by force.
Yeah, that's a good question too.
And I think that white might be black winning by force, to be honest.
Should we just... Can we just very quickly see here? G6, rook f4 was played here.
Yeah.
G
I
takes
just took
h5, and rook
I
takes
think that
f7.
this was all Ju Wenjun setting Goryachkina setting up for this d3, and I think isn't black winning here?
So let's see here. So should we see if d3 is that the most critical move that black can play now?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. D3, if D3 has to be played, and I believe D3 is played. So
Yeah, it was played.
my biggest concern is after sorry, D2, King F1, Knight D4, and black's just winning. It's game over. Resigns.
Yeah. Yeah, what's happening here? I mean, how is white stopping this this d pawn? Is it rook
Actually,
d1?
yeah. Wow. Oh no, she has a draw. She has a draw. We're not going to see any decisive results. Rook F4 after Knight D4. Do you have that position?
No. So after d3,
D3, Rook D1,
yeah, rook d1.
D2, King F1, Knight D4, right? And
Yeah.
then in that position,
If there's no
just
king
Rook
f4.
F4.
Rook f4. Can you play king e5?
Yeah, but then you have Rook takes D4.
Is that the idea?
King takes D4, King E2,
And king c3?
then F4. And you can't win. No way to win there.
With
So
this
black is
two
winning
h
my point.
pawns.
Sorry?
With this two h pawn, sorry.
Yeah, the F pawn is just pushed forever.
Exactly, that's the thing. There's no g pawn to stop the f pawn.
Yeah. You would like to just put your opponent in zugzwang, but there's no zugzwang because the pawn is just pushed. But after rook f4, maybe you consider knight b5.
Is there any way... No, the f pawn is just pushing. I was thinking if you could win the a pawn, but it doesn't matter because the f pawn is just pushing.
Yeah, the f pawn is just too strong there.
Yeah. So after rook f4.
Yeah, I think this might just fiddle out to a draw.
But knight b5, should we look at that in this position?
Yeah, but I think the problem with knight b5 is that just king e2. Knight c3 followed by just king d3. And I think that in that position, after knight takes d1, king takes d1, you're going to pick up the d2 pawn.
So knight b5, wait, king e2?
Yeah, just king e2.
But and knight c3 check, and then king d3.
Yeah. And then in that position, white's just winning. So I think that king e5 is just forced.
Yeah, wow, that's really
Actually,
interesting.
well, another thing that we should get, it's not actually quite over. It's not, well, oh, wait. King c3. Oh, a big, oh, this is this is actually very instructional. After king c3, f4 loses, actually, I think.
In which position?
Or it's not after king c3, right? Let's play the rook f4, rook takes d4, king takes d4, king e2. You have that position?
King
Instead
e2,
of
yeah.
knight b5, we're going to go king
Yeah.
e5. It's actually a very key moment here that we should really highlight. Very instructional.
F4 here, you said before?
f4 is actually, I think it might be a mistake.
So king takes e2 was the last move played.
King takes, yeah, king
And then
e2,
king
king
c3.
c3. f4, I believe, is a mistake. The reason it's a mistake is you go king d4. And then if you trade everything on the d file, then you have this extra h pawn that should win you the king and pawn endgame. Right?
What happens if g3 here?
Then h4. And then you're gonna pick up the f pawn and then the h pawn, and then use the h pawn as distraction to pick up the a pawn, and then the a pawn is going to become a queen.
Yeah, this is very instructional actually.
Very instructional. So if you play king d4, so we can go back to the position after king d4, then it's actually hard for white to find a move. Because after f5...
Wait, sorry, can we just look at this position here once again, this king endgame? This king and pawn endgame?
That's good. That's actually very instructional.
Is this really losing for white?
Yeah, so this is going to be winning for black. You're going to take the pawn, then you're going to run the king over to the a pawn and give away the h pawn.
But is there not going to be time for the white king to go to a1?
No, there will not be enough time. You're going to go to king f3, and then you're going to go take the pawn, and the king won't be back in time.
Yeah.
In this position, a good move would just be a5. Try and get the a pawn as far up as possible, so the king has the king has no time to take the h pawn and come all the way back. So I think an important move is, so we've established that this endgame is winning, right? So if we go back...
wait, what about here? We're getting a suggestion in the chat. Can we just look at this?
Yeah.
King takes f4, king e2, king g4, and now king e3. So at the moment when they take on h4, you play king f4.
Okay. Well, in that position, we play h5.
Yeah.
a4. And then a5.
So that it's white.
And then, yeah, a5. You cannot, black's going to play a5. You need to play a5. It's very important.
Yeah.
Now the king's going to go to f3.
Yeah.
The king's going to go to g5. King's going to go to g3. And then, ooh, it's close. And then king to g3, h4. King h3, king h5. h4, and then king h3, king h5.
Yeah.
King h2 or g2. Let's say king h2, king g4. Oh no! No! It's a draw. Oh my.
Yeah, so it's good to analyze this until the
Wait,
very
wait, wait.
end.
Wait. Wait, let me calculate. So king g2, king f4, king h3, king e4, king takes h4, king d4, king g3, king c4, king f2,
You'll have
king
to
b4,
take us through that again
king
after.
e1, fixed. Oh no, 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 no. This is heartbreaking. Oh my god. Disappointing. Okay, let's go through this. So king's on g4. King g2.
King g2, the king is on g4.
No, I know.
Oh, sorry, king g2. Yeah, sorry.
Actually, wait. Oh my, there's another there's another move I have to show. Wait. Oh my. Yeah, this is it's just pure evil. Okay, king f4, king h3,
Yeah.
king takes h4. No, king f4, king h3, king e4, king takes h4,
King d4.
king d4, king c, king, king d4, king g3, king c4, king f3,
But
and
black seems
then
to be on time here.
yeah, so yeah, and then king no, yeah. And then you just go king no. Not king d3, king d2, then king c1.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. So very important to see that there are several ways to go with the king.
Disappointing.
King
Pure
c1 here, yeah.
Even more disappointing than not seeing that piece sack. Like, that was just disappointing. Ay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go
Wow.
back to the position. d3, rook d1 was played, d2, rook f3. So instead of rook f4, rook f3 was played.
Rook f3.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But here there
Then
is something interesting because knight e5 was played and now rook f4 was played. So we were looking at rook f4 immediately after instead of rook f3 before.
oh yeah, rook f3, rook f4. Wow, this is very smart.
To
You
prevent
wasted your time. Rook f3.
knight d4.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Yeah, no, I think Ju Wenjun's losing this game. It's over. How is this? This is so topsy-turvy. This is like, oh, Ju Wenjun's lost. Oh, she's winning. Oh, she's fine. Now it's just lost. There's been some this has been really, really accurate calculation by Goryachkina. So Anna, wait, so rook f3, right?
Yeah.
And knight e5, rook f4. So, but the thing is, the king on e2 and the rook on d1 are never going to be moved. You can't move those pieces. So the rook is free to go pick up the h5 and h6 pawns. Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So
so the
I'm
8
not
pawns are a
sure.
problem.
I'm not sure how you're going to be able to. For black, it's not going to be able to break through. If you establish just like this positional blockade, then it's going to be a big struggle for black to do anything. Huh.
And of course here the thing is that if rook c1, then there is this rook d4 check, yeah?
Yeah.
So what about if we play king d5 as black here?
Then just king e2.
King f1, you mean?
Oh, the king is on.
The king is on g1.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I
So I'm
have the
just
wrong
thinking
position.
if we
Yeah,
can...
king f1. King f1.
Yeah.
And then king e2 is coming the next move. Oh, and this is a very, very nice point that we should make sure to point this out. Let's say they play knight. Let's say Black plays knight to d3, right?
Yeah.
Then we can play rook f8, and if knight b2, there's rook takes d2 check, or even rook d8, and you go behind and win the pawn. So that's very nice.
Yeah. So this is of course also an idea.
This is an important idea. Very, very important defensive idea. Yeah, wow, rook f4. This is really like this is very nice. No, I'm very impressed. This is some really, really high level chess for sure. So Anna, do you think that Ju Wenjun can make a comeback, or do you think it's over? You're gonna call it over, or do you still have some fight?
What about knight c6 here?
I think you can go just king e2 and just bring the king in.
Oh, and now we have this position, but even king d3 maybe.
Yeah, just king d3.
Yeah.
Huh. No, even rook takes. Okay, the simplest is just rook takes d4, rook takes d2, trading the king and pawn in game. That's the simplest, I think. You can. Yeah. This is completely winning, but this is very simple. This is it.
But it requires quite a lot of calculation to enter this pawn in game, I think.
It depends though, because you have an extra pawn, so it's an unchallenged pawn.
There's an extra. You mean the f pawn? But wasn't this the position?
Yeah, the f pawn isn't challenged at all. So.
Sorry, wasn't this the position that we were looking at before?
We were looking at a similar position to this, but in the other position, you could trade an h pawn for the f pawn, and that gave Black the upper hand. But in this position, you can't trade those pieces.
How was the position last time that we were looking at it?
So the position we had, the king was on c3. We can go back. It was but she found a much better move than
Goryachkina, yeah.
The position was after d2 on move 32.
Yeah.
After king f1, knight d4, rook f4 was the idea. To sacrifice the exchange. And after king e5, rook takes f4, king takes d4, king e2, and you reach this position. But it's actually the exact same position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking.
But it's White's move, so that makes a very big difference.
Oh yeah, so in this position it's Black's move.
Yeah. So
and then we forced f4, but we were looking at king c3, f4, right? And then king d4.
Yeah. Yes. So it's kind of interesting. We get one position where it's White's move, and then we get another position where we get the exact same thing, but the pawn is on f4 instead of the pawn is on f2.
Yeah.
This is very, very interesting.
So it's different, yeah, because the king cannot protect the f pawn then, if it's on f4.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
go back. Knight c6 was played though. Here.
Knight c6 was played. Okay. Yeah, I think king f1 should be pretty good. I think that this is almost like a resignation, to be honest. Let me think. Wow.
So you'd say that White is winning here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. White is winning here. Yeah, it's king f1 is the most logical, but then king e5, then knight d4 is a threat. So that's the threat that's coming. But
Knight.
this is actually there's actually a very nice in between move. If king e5, right?
King e5 after king f1, yeah.
Yeah, this king e5, rook
Yeah.
f3, then rook c1 is an annoying move. And if you play king e2, there's knight d4 check.
Yeah.
However, you can play rook e3 check in between move instead of king to e2. And then you play king to e2 next, and then you pick up the pawn to win the game.
Sorry, and
So
if we
this
go
is just
to here in this position, isn't there knight d4 after king f4?
then you can play king takes d2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is just winning. I think this is almost like a resignation, to be honest. Or I think she might have missed it, but looking bleak for sure. Looking bleak.
So the position is king f1, king e5.
Yeah, so this is the line that we were just discussing. Yeah, I think it's going to be over very soon. So I think this is going to be, a comeback. The beginning of a comeback for Goryachkina, a very young player. She has Anna, do you think that she has an advantage because she's 7 years younger? She's 21, and Ju Wenjun's 28. Do you think that's an advantage or a disadvantage?
Well, yes, you said Ju Wenjun is 28 and Goryachkina is 21. Well, I mean, okay, the 7 years difference. You know, I mean, yeah, of course, Goryachkina might have some more energy than what Ju Wenjun has in, terms of that, but I don't know how big of an advantage I think it is. I don't know. My mother is 56 and she's of course she doesn't have the same energy as she used to have, but she's also a lot older than Ju Wenjun. But she's
Yeah.
still playing and sometimes and she's doing quite well a lot of times. But of course you cannot compare this to the world champion, but I just don't know how much 7 years does. If we compare, for example, it's 28 years in comparison to my mother. My mother's twice the age of Ju Wenjun. So do you know what I mean? 7 years, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's such a big difference. If it was 10, 15 years, that could be another thing perhaps. So, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I think that. And do you think that maybe the experience plays a
That's another
factor of
thing, of
being
course.
a lot older?
That's another
So
thing.
we
So,
have to
yeah.
consider that. So what obviously the defending world champion Ju Wenjun, how do you think that I think it can go both ways, but I think 21 is obviously kind of young in the terms of everything else in life, but for chess it's pretty young.
Yeah.
Pretty old. I guess not old. You can't call 21 old, but in chess, age has a different value than compared to normal things. So I think that being a younger player, being a fresh and improving player, and most of your improving in chess happens when you're younger and not at a very young age. So I think that she still has a lot of improvement, and she still has a lot of potential that is has not been tapped. So I think that as a young up and coming player, she has that advantage, but obviously the experience. It's kind of like the classic battle between the experienced champion against the young up and comer, and then always sometimes the experienced player just their experience prevails, but sometimes the young player, takes it down. I guess we'll find out. So.
No, yeah, of course. So it goes both ways, as you said. It's this versus this, well, the fact that you're so young and that you're a fresh upcoming player. So it goes both ways, I suppose. But I mean, of course, Goryachkina is a very strong player.
I think you cut out.
Yeah?
You're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. So yeah, I was just saying that Goryachkina is a very strong player. Of course, she did an amazing candidates tournament, and she's had a lot of successes in her career so far at only the age of 21. So
absolutely.
So she really showed in the candidates tournament that she could play against the absolute best woman in the world, or some of the best women in the world, and so. Okay, so it's disconnecting a little bit, right?
Amazing. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the knight c4 just played? So I think in this position, she can just go like rook h3 and just pick up the h pawns.
Yeah, so I suppose that's maybe what she wants to do. But what is...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
this
rook
stream is a bit
h3,
weird,
rook a2.
but it's okay. So yeah, rook h3 and then king f6. King d3, and the chat asked if king d3, but then rook c1 is a problem. And the king will have to go back. Okay, rook e2, I assume be played, and then you're going to start to push the g and f pawns. But obviously we're getting into somewhat of a time scramble. So we'll see, how this pans out. I feel like there's a lot of interesting things that could happen.
Only 2 moves left, though.
Has things that
Alright, I think we're having some...
There's some chance of
issues.
Yeah, your audio might be just not working too well.
Yeah. Alright. Okay.
I think I'm lagging on the stream. Maybe I think all the window captures is maybe overloading it. Yeah. Can you hear me, Anna?
Yeah. I think this is much better now. Do you think so too? Is it working better for you?
Yeah, working better. I have the stream open. My audio, I think that my window capture isn't working that well.
Yeah. All right, so rook takes h5 was played and king d4 here.
Yeah, and now I think you just take the second pawn, the rook for the knight and pawn, and just push the 2 pawns. Like that should be a technically winning rook endgame, right? Yeah, I think this is hopeless.
The problem here is
I'm calling it now.
Yeah, if black isn't able to push his deep or if black isn't able to push her d pawn, then then there isn't so much left in counterplay for black. Yeah, I mean this a pawn doesn't seem to become so dangerous. What do you think?
Yeah, I know. I don't think that the a pawn will be a problem at all. I think that the g pawns will be the g. I think you just push the g pawn and basically just distract. The knight on c4, and then yeah, and everything's back to normal stream, so we're good. We're all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think rook takes h6 is pretty logical.
So let's
There's
hear rook
no
takes
real
h6.
threats. Sorry.
Rook takes h6 here. Yeah, that seems
Yes.
natural.
Take the pawn. Push the pawn. Push the g pawn, and should be pretty easily converted.
Yeah.
Wow, this is great. Absolutely great game.
Yeah.
I think that this is just. I think that when they really play attacking chess, and maybe not attacking, but really interesting chess, and when they've got some great preparation, they've got all this great, and they've got some probably. I think that's when the best chess games come out of these two, and I think that there's a potential to see a lot of these types of games. It just takes one of them, taking a little bit more risk to make it, to really mix things up. So I think that's going to be just how the players are feeling. But I feel like every single game can be as exciting and interesting as this if the players really, take the risk and play every game really, without just liquidating into draws. Like there was many points in this game where Ju Wenjun could have said, "Okay, I want to draw. Let's trade off all the pieces, shake hands." But she didn't do that, and unfortunately, this time it didn't work out. And Goryachkina also had a lot of times to just bail out and draw, but that decision that they made to really keep on fighting is what made the game so interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, and it's very nice to see this in a world championship match.
Absolutely, yeah. And MDC Kuring 3 asks, how is Ju not completely losing? She is completely losing, but it's just not it's not as evident yet because it still looks like Black has some counterplay, but it's going to fizzle out pretty quickly. Yeah.
Do you think that here in this position, can we just look at something? If because now White played rook h4 check in this position instead of rook takes h6.
Oh, I think I have an idea of why that was played. So let's say Black plays king c5, right?
That's what Black played.
Then rook takes h6.
Yeah.
Rook takes a3.
Yeah.
And you play g4. In that position, rook a5 is an annoying move. Threatening like rook e8, rook e5 check, and also stopping g5. But now with the king on c5, rook a5 is not as good as a move.
Yeah, of course, because then there is this check on h5. Yeah.
So that's what I think is just best.
Very nice to see these different nuances of instead of taking immediately the pawn on h6, to first place the king in a worse square, and then going.
Absolutely. I think the nuance is really important. Throughout the game, a lot of nuance has been, played, and it's definitely, been the reason why Goryachkina has been ahead this game, because these little moments of nuance have really set it. It really, basically won the game.
Yeah.
And just the technique is really impressive. Very accurate technique.
Very high quality game.
Very high quality game.
Definitely. And we're very lucky to be able to be here and commentate it and watch it.
Yes, we are.
Very nice.
Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we're just waiting for. Have they had move 40 yet? What move it?
Yeah, it's move 40. So they've got their 40 their extra 30 minutes. Sorry.
Got it. So
the time control.
Might see them slow down a bit now, but it's basically over. Not much left. I think it's just going to be over. Yeah, I don't see anything. We can maybe calculate a few lines, but let's say rook takes h6, Anna.
Yeah.
Rook takes a3, g4, rook a5. Oh, then you have.
Does the
Oh, then rook h5 and it's lost. Yeah, rook
yeah.
h5 is lost. So then I'm not sure you can stop g5 then. And then if you can't stop g5, you can't stop g6. Can't stop
Okay.
g6, you probably can't stop g7. So that's just going to continue down.
So the point is that we cannot stop the pawn then.
Yeah, the rook is just very, very poorly placed on a3. Takes a while
Without
to get back into
losing
the
this
mix.
d2 pawn. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mr. Sabin asks to both of us, who will be second at White and Z? Who do you think?
I haven't been following.
Well,
So I cannot say actually. What do you think, Hans?
well, I know that Magnus is playing the tournament, so everyone else is playing for second place. So that's kind of been established. So now
That who's getting second place?
well, Magnus is playing the tournament, so everyone else is playing for second place.
Okay, so that's how you see it.
Yeah, so no one really is in contention. Magnus has got first place, and then there's everyone else.
All right, that's how you see it. Well, I think there could be some interesting games there. I don't think it's so settled already.
I think so, but Magnus is Magnus. So okay, and then after Magnus, Mike and Z's, and I think I'll go with Geary. I'll say Geary gets second place. Magnus's Twitter nemesis, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Anna, are you familiar with their Twitter battles?
No, I'm not.
You should check their Twitter feeds. I think you'll enjoy their
Well,
talks.
should we do something here? Should we do a little bet? Should we say that you think that Magnus is gonna win, and I'll say that Magnus will come second? Should we do a bet about that? I mean, I am not. I mean, Magnus is Magnus, of course. So there is a very big chance that he wins. But I thought it would be fun for me to say something else than Magnus. If you say
good.
Magnus, I mean.
Uh-huh.
So we can do a little bet, and then we can see who's right
A
about it.
bet? Okay, a bet. What is the... Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what... I'm not sure about what we win with this bet, but...
I'd like a Swedish Cinnabon.
Yeah, in Sweden we're famous for our Cinnabons here.
I'd like... You can mail one to me.
All right.
It'll go bad. I think Magnus is going to win.
Yeah.
I'd like a Cinnabon. Or what else is Sweden famous for?
They're telling me that they're gonna let Magnus know that I'm putting him second.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I like this idea anymore.
Yeah, Magnus, you can't get on his bad side.
No, I just thought I'd say
What
something
about-
else or something different from you just to have a bet. But yeah.
But what is like Sweden famous for? Like what is like a must-have?
So someone here saying
IKEA.
IKEA,
Oh, yeah.
and that's of course one of the
Someone
things.
said IKEA.
Yeah, ABBA as well. Yeah, we have
The
ABBA. We have
meatballs. The Swedish
meatballs.
meatballs, right?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
have
we're
a
gonna
lot of
turn it
really
into
good candy
meat.
here.
I'm sure some of you watch Hikaru Nakamura. Hikaru loves to talk about things like airports, and I like his like. So maybe we'll go to we'll talk about food from now on for the rest of the stream while we wait for Moose. Like, what's your favorite food, chat? Like, we can talk about some sushi, and maybe
Zlatan here.
Hikaru
We have
will come out of
Zlatan,
the
PewDiePie. They're saying.
PewDiePie. If we talk about sushi, I know Hikaru will come on the stream.
Yeah, so they said so here we have Vila saying that if I win, then you should mail me some burgers because that's what
Okay, I'll mail you some McDonald's. I actually have a
what you're
McDonald's
famous
right outside
for.
my house. I will get some McDonald's burgers. I'll mail them, and you'll get some McDonald's.
All right. Well, then we have a deal. Although I think
Yes.
I think all these foods will become quite bad.
I
after we
think
get
I'm
them.
gonna win the bet, and I'm gonna get a Cinnabon. Hello, FB3. How are you doing? We got an active chat. Literally, you see how active the chat becomes once we start talking about food. They don't care about the chess. They just want the food. Like talking about food, and they're all. The chat becomes super active. Okay.
So that's the
So
trick.
do we have a move? Oh, she didn't take the pawn, which is quite odd.
No, she
Oh
played.
my! This is like pure. This is just another level of genius right here. Look what she's doing. She wants to provoke e5. Then she's taking the pawn. Then she's just going to push the g pawn, and the rook is even more stuck.
So she wants to provoke a5. You said.
Yes, a5. Like this is just, this is just, too smart.
Yeah. And this a5 pawn, could it not become dangerous?
The a5 pawn, no, it's not fast enough. It's not fast enough.
Yeah.
I think that you just, the rook is just, it's too weak. So the g pawn just pushes forever, and white wins.
So let's see. If we say rook takes h6 here.
Yes. I'm 16 years old. And how old are you? You're 17, right?
Yeah. All right. So rook takes a3. Is that what we want to play here?
Yes. We'll play rook takes h6 first, I guess.
Yeah. So rook takes h6. Rook takes a3.
Oh, wait. The idea might even be more advanced. Oh, wow. Actually, I don't think this is the idea. I think it's even smarter than this. Let's go back. And don't play rook takes h6. I think there's an even smarter idea.
After a5?
Yeah, don't even take pawn. How about, oh, wow. This is amazing. Instead of you go rook d3 after a5. Oh my. Wow. Oh, that's a trick. Wait. If rook d3, then knight b2.
Yeah, but then if you take on d2?
Then there's knight takes d1,
C3.
knight c3. Okay.
But not if you take with the d1 rook. Ah, but then there's the c1 check.
Yes, c1 or c3. So no rook d3. But what about instead of rook d3, play f4? And just push the f pawn to distract the knight. Yeah, the pin is the fork is annoying. So instead of rook d3, what if you just play f4 and just push the f pawn? And the rook is stuck, right? And Comedy Cubes asks, how long have you both been playing chess? And what is advice for 1,200 players? And how long have you been playing chess?
I learned how the pieces went when I was 3 years old. Because both of my parents played, so it was quite natural to learn chess when I was so young. But then I think my first tournament was when I was 5, and that went really bad. I remember, I think I lost all games, but that was my first tournament. So yeah, and I've played ever since. Kind of. I didn't play so much until I was 12 or 13, actually. But yeah. How long have you been playing?
I played since I was 8 and like a half. I started pretty late, very late actually. So I had a late start, but I played a lot. I played a lot of chess when I was young.
Yeah.
Some say too much chess. Like it was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you probably played so much more than I did until the age of 13, even 14, perhaps. I didn't play that much then.
Who wants to play chess when you can commentate? That's where the real fun is. Being able to like tell people what to do when you can move the pieces,
Yeah. Do you prefer commentating than playing chess?
The stress level is a lot better, but I think I prefer playing a bit more because it's more, it's your passion to play chess. Dedicate a lot of my life to chess. So I like playing, but I also like commentating a lot because it's very fun and it's nice for once to be able to sit back and relax, just watch them do all the work while I get to relax. So
And very good work.
yes, very, very good work. So I guess F4 is going to be played
in this position. So yeah, as you said, A5 was played.
Yeah, F4, and it's just a really, really, strong idea. Just F4, push the pawn. Very impressed. The accuracy is very impressive.
But there's this little trick to watch out for. Yeah, this rook d3 idea.
Yes, rook d3 is something you can't play, but as long as you avoid rook, as long as you avoid that, then it should be okay. So another question is, Anna, do you think commentating improves your chess, your playing ability? And I have a really good answer to this, but I'm gonna let you answer first.
Right. So I think that in my case, I have been commentating with players that are much stronger than me. So for example, when I was commentating in World Cup, I was able to have a grandmaster sitting with me, beside me, commentating and helping out the commentary, of course. And I could ask a lot of questions that I thought were both good for the viewers, but also questions that I was wondering. And I think that as well as here in this championship, I have been able to sit along with my mother, Pia Cramling, who is a grandmaster, and now with you, Hans, you're an international master. So I think that for me, it's helped in the sense that I've been able to follow the moves that people that are very strong suggest, and that and also especially to follow the intuition of strong players. I think that's been very interesting for me to see what the first move that a grandmaster thinks about is. So and yeah, of course, then we've had a lot of people here in the chat as well. We've had Hikaru Nakamura has been here. We've had Robert Hess. We've had even Wesley So he was in the Chess.com chat. But I think that you can always learn about when you see strong players suggesting different moves. I think that's very instructional, and that's why I also think for the viewers this is very instructional to watch this. So I feel like I'm just improving in the sense that I can see what you guys suggest and then ask questions about what I think, and then you can commentate on that. So definitely, I feel like I've improved this past 2 weeks that I've been doing this. Yeah.
So my answer is going to be, I'm going to use our Lord and Savior Danny Wrench as an example for this answer. Yeah. I'm sure everyone is familiar with Danny Wrench, greatest commentator to ever live, Lord and Savior of Chess.com, basketball coach. Danny Wrench actually recently played in the Denver Open, if anyone is familiar with the Denver Open. Danny Wrench went to this tournament after not playing for years and just crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. So my theory is all this commentary that Danny Wrench is doing, he's going to come back to chess and he's going to become a grandmaster and he's going to just make an entire comeback. And I think that's all going to be credited to all the commentary he does. So I think that Danny Wrench is a perfect example of how doing commentary helps your chess, and how also for viewers, watching commentary is very important. Like for me, I love watching other people doing commentary. I feel like it helps me learn, and then also doing it is good. So yeah, Danny Wrench is going to become top 10 in the world. Mark my words now.
All right. Well,
are you familiar with Danny Wrench's comeback that's coming soon, or?
I did not know about the tournament actually. About Denver Open. In Denver, in the United States.
Yeah. Danny's definitely going to be the comeback is going to start, and I believe in Danny Wrench. And I think he's going to credit all to commentating.
Great. So that answers the question. The commentary does help.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we're still waiting on a move.
Yeah, we are. So some people are saying that rook d3 was... Yeah, so different answers. Let's just look at rook d3 one last time just to make sure that it doesn't work. Here.
Thank you for the bits, Nicola. So yeah, we're just waiting. I think f4 is the cleanest. A nice line to actually calculate, Anna. F4 in this position.
All right.
Let's say like king d5, f5, king e5, rook c3, knight takes a3, rook c5 check, king f6, and then just rook takes a5, and this pin is lasting forever.
Yeah.
So this is going to be game over.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what can be done, unfortunately.
Very annoying pin there.
Might have to... Yeah, no, I think the resignation is going to be coming very soon, so pretty much over.
Well, let's see. Can we in any way try to find... f4 was played here. Yeah, I was thinking we could try to find any way of surviving this.
Yeah.
Someone is asking that what level do you need? For example, in the example that you showed with Danny. So what level do you need to be at the start before really thinking that you could improve a lot with commentary?
I think you can be at any level. But of course, you need to be at a certain level to commentate accurately. But, you know, I think that, I don't know, maybe 1,500? I don't know. But at any rating, you can learn from commentary. But learning from actually doing the commentary probably requires a higher rating. So chat said that they want us to analyze rook to d3 first. So do you want to look at that one more time to show them the nice fork?
Yeah.
So after rook d3, we have knight b2.
Knight b2 was the move that...
Yes, knight b2. And then if either rook takes on d2, the knight will take the rook and then fork the king and rook. Check. Whichever knight takes. So it's actually a very unfortunate situation.
Knight c1 here. So this is if you take with that rook, and if you take with the other one, with the d3 rook, then we have the same problem, that take, and after rook takes a2, there is this knight c3 check.
Also, Vila Allure, one of the mods in the chat, says that she started watching. Are you familiar with the Botez Gambit, Anna?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Saw a video about it on YouTube.
Yeah, so some people, you know, Aleksandra Botez, if you watch too much of her, you might blunder your queen too much, you know. Just a rumor I heard.
So that's the gambit.
That's the word on the street, you know. Yeah, might start blundering queens. Vila Lurk has confirmed it. So
it can be an easy thing to do, though, sometimes.
Yeah. But the Botez Gambit remains dearly to all of our hearts. So, yeah. I guess we're just waiting for a move. F4 is played, and I think Ju Wenjun might be trying to find some last-ditch effort, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Can we try to find something, Hans? let's find something for Ju Wenjun. Okay, she played.
You say that so optimistically, but I don't think there's anything to be found.
We have to keep fighting until the very end. King d5.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd resign here. I'd resign out of respect. Oh boy. And okay, King d5, f5 is gonna be played.
Yeah, Hans, is there any Niemann gambit? Do you have any gambit as well?
Oh yeah, I actually do have. So my middle name is Milk, and I actually have the Mokele Gambit
Yeah.
that I invented. The Mokele Gambit is e4, d5, e takes d5, c6. It's called the Mokele Gambit. If you ever play with it and you win, I'd like to be credited. You know, also I'll take a commission of whatever is won with the opening. But yeah, the Mokele Gambit. If you'd like to, get to mastered guaranteed, play the Mokele Gambit.
You will have to watch it in your channel, or watch it. You'll have to show it in your
Yes,
channel.
Yes, exactly. You can come over to my channel and watch. Also, if you're in chat and you like Anna Cramling and you think she's a great commentator, you should encourage her to make her own Twitch channel and become a consistent streamer, which I think we would all appreciate, right? So Anna, the stream, you're gonna make your own channel.
Thank you, Hans.
I know you have a channel because you were in my chat earlier. So I think that yeah.
Well, it's a secret channel. Actually, that wasn't my account. So.
Oh, it wasn't?
No,
okay.
No. So I don't have one yet, but
Okay, but I do remember that username actually. I remember the username.
You remember it?
Yes, I remember the username.
Okay.
But I want, for privacy reasons, I won't,
Yeah.
Don't want to expose you.
Thank you. Yeah, so I'm getting a question if I prefer to, co-commentate with Hans, Ulf, or my mother. And, this is a very difficult question because, of course, it's very different with each person. But, yeah. I think that there's something special with being able to commentate with your own mother, though. Of course. But it's been very different, 3 very different things to do, and I'm very happy to have been able to try out all of them. So, I will leave that question open, but very nice to be able to commentate with your own mother, really. It's been very nice to commentate with all 3, actually. So,
what about a family stream? Get your dad on the stream, too.
He can stream in Spanish.
Oh, yes. That would be great. I would watch that.
Yeah.
But Anna's definitely, Anna, we should all peer pressure Anna into making a channel. So, permission to peer pressure.
All right. All right, we will see. I'm really considering it. I think this has been very fun. All right, so let's see here. Has any move been played? Rook f3, Hans. This move has been played. Yes. Rook f3.
Okay. Yeah. So if you don't make a channel, you're fired. So that's what Chess has just said. So you have to make one. You can even do.
Oh no, then I really have to do it.
Okay. Well, we'll take care of that later.
Rook f3.
Yes. Very good. I think I like f5 a bit more, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Yeah.
So.
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, this is actually correct. We have some more calculation to do. King e6, f5.
King f6.
King f. Or I think king f6 maybe.
Yeah.
And then rook c3. Knight takes a3. And there's no rook takes d2 there. I think there's a fork. Where's the fork emote?
Can I just ask something here? Can you play rook c6 check, giving the f5 pawn?
Absolutely.
Check.
You're reading my mind.
And then simply just staying with this very annoying pin.
Yes, and then rook c6 check. If they play king takes f5, rook c5 check.
Yeah.
Then rook takes a5, and this pin is very strong.
But something like this. Thank you for everyone saying that they would support my channel, by the way. I appreciate
I'll
it
be
a
a
lot.
mod. I can be a mod. I'm the best mod in all of Twitch. Everyone in
Alright.
chat can confirm that.
So this is the position that could arise then, if you sacrifice the f pawn.
Yeah, and I think this is basically resignable.
How does white proceed here?
Actually, yeah, I think you just take the pawn, or obviously you can't take the pawn now, but you give a check. Take the pawn, and then
Yeah,
even
the
there,
pawn a5 is
actually,
taken.
it's not so simple. That might be a draw. Wow, yeah, you might need to try and figure out a better way to win this without giving away too many pawns.
But the rook and the knight are on zugzwang. They cannot move.
Actually, I think a better move here, instead of rook takes a5, rook takes d2, I think is a lot better.
Rook takes a5.
Instead of just play rook takes d2 and then knight is actually trapped, you can pick up the knight.
But then there's this knight c4 check.
But you don't play rook takes a5, you play rook takes d2 immediately.
Oh, okay. Here you want to take on d2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is just over. I think that's just how you finish it off. And then the knight's just trapped. Right? And if rook a1, maybe you can give a check on d6. And if rook takes, king takes, looks like the knight's just going to be trapped.
Sorry, if you rook d6 check.
Maybe that's an idea, but if the rook moves and the king, could start to get checkmated. But the main thing is that the knight on a3 is just completely sidelined.
Yeah.
What can you really do?
Yeah, no, this looks very, very good for white. This looks... I mean, even after rook takes h6.
Yeah. Just then, I think you might... There's going to be some checkmating patterns coming for sure.
Yeah. All right. Should we see what... Rook f3, king e6, and g4 was played here.
Oh, g4, really?
Yeah.
I guess this is... She's like, wants to be like very, very accurate.
Yeah.
No messing around for sure.
Goryachkina playing some very nice.
Yeah, definitely
chess
making definitely rook f3 and just g4. Yeah, I guess just a zugzwang move. This is actually it's zugzwang here, I think. Right? Because if the king goes to f6, then we have that same exact idea. Right?
Of playing rook c3.
Yeah, rook c3.
Let's see.
And then if you have that idea, then we'll then you can just, once you win the pawn, you'll have two pawns, right? If you have two pawns, then you can easily convert.
We can even play this check on c6 now, just to get the king even further away, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. The check on c6 definitely is very, very key in this position. Oh, that accent saying zugzwang. How do you say zugzwang in a very German way?
Me?
And maybe you're better with the pronunciation. How would you say zugzwang?
Me better with pronunciation if you're American.
No, but that's like a German word. Germany's close to Sweden, so maybe like you're better pronouncing it.
I say zugzwang. But
Zugzwang.
yeah, but
Zugzwang. Zugzwang.
I trust your
No, but
accent
in
more.
chat, Zugzwang. Germany is close to Sweden, so you probably speak a similar language, right? No, maybe.
Yeah, I mean it's fairly similar, but still, it's
Oh,
not like we can understand each other. But
yeah,
you can
yeah.
tell that it's from the same. It has the same roots as German.
Interesting. Hello, Grandmaster Gary. He's a yeah. Interesting. And chat. Do the Swedish people really have the say hamburger weirdly? Or is that a myth?
Do people say that is
Some
that way?
people, there's a myth that Scandinavians can't say the word hamburger.
Hamburger,
Is that?
hamburger.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Am I good?
You're good.
All right.
Yeah. So
So
myth is
A4.
what
A4 was
A4.
played.
Yeah, I think you're gonna just play F5 now. Yeah, F5, and then this is good. It's getting a little bit though. Like, I'd like it to be a bit cleaner.
Yeah.
I'm not sure though, because these F5 and G4 pawns, right? Let's say the king blockades on F6, then like then the pawns could be loose, right? If the G4 pawn falls, then the F5 pawn might fall. But I
Yeah.
think you have to play Rook C3 here. I think this is the best idea.
F5 immediately here.
I think F5 immediately, forcing the king to
Knight takes
forcing the king to
A3.
F6. Actually, even in chat, Rook D3 is suggested by. So now, actually, Anna, this is actually very instructive. Now, Rook D3. If Knight B2, we have Rook E3 check. Then Rook takes D2.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little. But okay, F5 is played. Or is that on the board, or is that?
No, this is the Rook H3 was played after A4.
Oh wow, the accuracy. This is. I think that she has a very specific way of converting these positions. That's not like I don't know. It's just not the approach that I would take. But I feel like it's just so accurate that you can't criticize it, right?
No, of course not.
You can't criticize it, but it's not I guess we're not considering the moves that she's playing, but I still think that definitely very accurate technique right now.
Yeah.
No, chess. I agree, chess.
She's playing so good, Goryachkina.
Great.
Can you take on H6 now?
Yeah, you just take the pawn and then maybe go back and do the same thing.
But with two passed pawns now.
Yeah, the two passed pawns would definitely be very strong.
Yeah.
Very, very strong. I'd be very worried right now, but I think Ju Wenjun is. We'll realize the inevitable pretty soon. Yeah, her endgame. Vila says that her endgame skills is what got her cruising to the candidate. So maybe, Anna, are we unaware of the endgame genius that is Goryachkina?
I actually didn't watch her candidate games. I just saw the results. So I did not follow them live or haven't seen them after. But definitely, I mean, she's showing very very high endgame skills here, very high. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure this was the same in the candidates that she just was really able to convert the different endgames.
Yeah, I think what really is impressive about this is, how consistent she was throughout the game.
Yeah.
She I guess maybe had an early mistake, or she fell into some preparation, but it's hard to really find a point in time where you can say, okay, that was a bad move. I don't think there's any clear mistakes. I think it's very hard to go to a move and really have any substantial, criticism of it.
Yeah, definitely.
I I just think it's great.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And as a lot of people are saying here, that it's a very good mental sign of Goryachkina that she's able to recover so quickly from the loss. I mean,
Uh,
psychologically, it's a very strong thing that she's doing right now.
Absolutely. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of mental stability to be able to make such a comeback. But actually, I'm getting a bit worried.
She played f5
Um,
here.
you mean king or
Yeah,
rook
Goryachkina
takes
played
e3 was
f5, king e5 was played.
f5 was played, or
Yeah, so, yeah, precisely. So,
yeah,
yes, as someone is saying here, if rook takes h6, perhaps rook takes a3 could be played. Do you agree?
yeah. But did she take the pawn yet?
No, she hasn't
Oh, she
taken
didn't take
the
the pawn.
h6
That's good.
pawn.
Yeah, no, taking the pawn, I don't think was best. Now I think rook f3, and you've reached and then if they go king f6, you reach the same move order, right? As f5 immediately. I guess it's a bit of a triangulation, maybe. I think yeah, just rook f3 and transpose to the line that you could get before.
So, yeah, because for instance, let's say, I'm just going to show this, but if for instance, king f4 was played in this position, I know it's white's turn, but then this pawn, this f pawn after rook f3 would just be pushing, right?
Yeah, just pushing. I think you have to go king f6 there.
But if king h6, if king... Wait, now it's white's turn. Because
Yeah,
if
it's
king
white's turn.
f6,
Rook
then
f3,
rook f3, king f6.
and then rook c3. And then at that point, knight takes a3, rook c6 check, followed by rook takes d2. It's going to be what does it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if
So
the
rook c3.
g4 pawn is hanging here?
Yeah, the b2 pawn. I don't think you need to worry about that pawn too much, because of you have the f5 and g4 pawns, which are very strong. I think that king g5 would be a mistake. No, I think you don't need to. I think you can throw in rook g6 check first
In what position? Oh,
after
here.
king g5, rook g6 check, and you can even follow it up with f6, and you're probably queening the pawn.
Yeah. Very nice here. Yeah. Someone is asking why we have to go knight takes a3 instead of playing something like knight e5.
Well, if then after in which position?
After rook c3, knight e5.
Oh, then you just play you can just play a lot of moves. You can just play rook takes d2,
We can just take here on d2.
take the pawn, and then go after the a pawn.
Yeah.
And the a pawn, it's actually not that clear, I guess. But in this position, you can probably just take the pawn, and then play rook c5, followed by rook a5, and then hold the f pawn, bring the king over, and then take the a4 pawn, and that should be winning.
So take the king over to the h file, you mean, to stop the h
Yeah,
pawn?
bring the king over to the like to the king side to protect against the h pawn, and then just play on, and then take the pawn on a4, and that should be winning.
Yeah.
So this is where the yawning is coming out.
What time is it for you once again?
It's 6:40 a.m. for me.
Yeah. And the the semifinals of the puzzle battle, when were they? Is it 12:30 your time?
It's 3:30 actually.
3:30 your time. Okay.
I'll have some time to sleep. I'll probably sleep until whatever time. No, I will not be casting Tata Steel. I'm not sure who's doing it. Maybe Robert Hess. I'm sure Chess knows the answer to that.
Here. So Rook C3, Knight takes A3 has been played.
Oh wow, that's just lost. Yeah, no, you can resign. Hans, I have not slept yet all day. Unfortunately.
Did you sleep anything
now
before
Rook
this?
C5 check lost. And if King D6, you go can you go just F6 maybe? Right, Anna? Maybe?
King F6, but we're looking at Rook takes D3, D2, weren't we?
No, but then you have Rook takes D2, Knight B1
Oh yeah, and then
check.
we have the Knight B1 check, of course. So Rook C5, yeah.
And then the idea, the key idea is after King D6, right?
Yeah.
You're going to go F6. King D6, F6.
It's going, pawn is promoting.
And then the pawn is promoting there. But then if, let's say they play like King E6 there, right?
Yeah.
The key move there is Rook takes D2.
So even before, you would play that even before Rook F5?
Yes, I would play this. King E6.
Rook takes D2.
I'm going to give up because then I'm going to trap the knight. Now after King E6, Rook takes D2. Rook takes D2. King takes D2. That knight is going to be trapped, and you can pick up the knight.
Yeah. Yeah, so after, for instance, King takes F6. Is it King C1 that we're playing here?
Yes, we're going to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
King C1 is the move. And then, or King C3 even too. King C3 is probably better.
King C3?
Yes.
What's the difference?
Because then you have King B4 after.
But then there's this Knight B1. I thought you could perhaps escape.
Yeah, but then I think you can go Rook C2. So the idea is that after, if you go King C1, now there's King E6, King B2, King D6. Right?
Yeah, good that you show it.
If you play King C3 now, King E6, King...
Yeah, so if you play instead King C3, King E6.
King B4.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, King B4.
King D6?
You want the king to be on B4, not B2, because the king on B4 doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you want to put the king on from C3 to B4.
But King D6 here?
So King B4. If King D6, then Rook C1. So they have to play.
Very nice.
They have to play. They have to play Knight B1 here, right?
Yeah.
Now after Knight B1, you play Rook C2.
Yeah. And the piece is lost.
Yeah, so you don't go king d6. You go knight b1 after king b4.
What about a3 here?
Then you go
King b3?
No, yeah. So knight b1, you play rook c2.
Yeah, and after a3?
Then you go king b1, king a2,
b3.
winning the knight.
Yeah. All right. This is still the position. This knight takes a3.
Oh no. King b3, king e5.
In the other variation that we're looking at.
Oh, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. King b3.
Okay, sorry, I took away that position, but we can just put it up again.
Okay, so yeah. Can you go through it, or do you have to put it back in?
No, I have to go through it. So after
Rook c5, king d6.
Yeah, so we were looking at rook c5, king d6.
Okay, f6. e6. Rook takes d2.
Yeah.
Rook takes d2.
Yeah.
King takes d2. King takes f6.
Yeah.
King c3. King e6.
Yeah. King b4, king d5, king d6.
Knight b1. Rook c2. a3. King b3. Now.
No, sorry.
King
Knight
f6.
b1, rook c2, a3, yeah. King b3.
Yes.
Yeah.
King b3. Now king f6 may be a draw because of king a2. King g5. King takes b1. King takes g4. Now you go king c1, h5, king d1, h4, king e1, h3, king f1. Oh! And this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Where do you stop? Where do you stop?
In king f1.
King f1. Then you come over and stop the h pawn. Then rook goes to a2. Take. Oh my.
Very nice.
Oh my. Oh my. This is beautiful. Like this calculation is.
Yeah. Very nice here. This.
Yes, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
King g3, king g1. Then the rook comes over.
Yeah. So very nice. We're analyzing here what would happen. This something like this can
I
happen in the
think
game.
they're calculating this exact same thing in their heads.
Yeah. This is incredible. This is very nice all the way until here.
Game over.
Very nice here because the king is able to stop the pawn. Because the king is able to stop the pawn. So
yeah.
King was very quick. So king d6 was played here by black.
King b6.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. All the way back. I have to check the position.
Oh yeah, you're right. So knight a3, rook c5 check, king d6, and this is what we were looking at, yeah? f6. And then we could get into the variation that we've been looking at.
Wait, so if this happens on the board, then I am a magician. Certified magician.
Yeah, so f6 was played, so this could be exactly the position that we've been looking at.
What did I say?
No, this is incredible, actually. Very nice.
I think that Goryachkina just went through the exact same thing in her head and saw it. So this is good.
What about people are saying here knight c2? Yeah, which was actually played by black here, by Ju Wenjun.
Knight c2.
Yeah. With the idea, I suppose, that after rook takes d2...
But that loses by force.
Then, after king a6, you cannot play rook f5, yeah? Because of knight d4 check.
No, but you just play f7, knight d4, king d3, knight e6, rook a5, and then go and then sack the. You just give away the rook for the knight and then make a queen.
So after rook f5, what you want to is knight c8 or no? Okay, what happens after?
Okay, no, this is an
King
even
seven.
better one. No, even f7 immediately.
f7 after when?
There's so many wins in that position. Here, rook f5. Yeah, rook. No, maybe not rook f5. Maybe. I guess rook f5, but I feel like there has to be better.
Let's just go back here. So
actually, I like rook a5 better.
Instead of f7.
Yeah, rook a5 I think is better. So the idea behind rook a5. Wow, I'm getting tired. Just king e3.
So after knight d4, king e3.
Yeah, but the thing is, the move that also wins is just instead of just play f7. Or no, even rook takes d2. Rook takes d2 wins. Okay, this is okay. No, there's actually a very forcing win. Instead of the king is on f2, right?
No, the king is on e2 right now.
No, I know. Yeah, the king is on e2. Instead of f7, right? Just play rook take d2.
Giving the rook. I mean, king takes c5. Is that
and then just f7.
Yeah. No, but then if f7 isn't there knight d4 check and then knight e6?
Yeah, but the rook is hanging on a2. You don't have time to take.
Yeah. Yeah, so we can see here. Yeah.
So here you play rook takes d2, king takes c5, f7, knight d4, just king e3. Knight has to go back to e6. And then if rook takes d2, f8 queen check, and you take the rook.
Sorry, after king e3?
Oh, no, never mind. I miscalculated.
Should we see what has been... Rook c4
no,
was played,
Forget what I said. No, forget what I said. Never
Rook
mind.
c4 was played here.
Rook c4. Okay. Wow.
So then king e6 looks natural. Yeah, but then rook takes d2. Is that the threat?
Yeah, and then okay, this is even better. Yeah, no. Wow. Well, it's getting late, but we're gonna. This is the time. Yeah, no. Now the knight's strapped and rook takes d2. No, this is even more.
Yeah.
Even more accurate. Even more accurate than the other line.
So rook c4 trapping the knight. Here
Yeah.
as well. Very nice. Yeah.
This was great. Yeah. Resignation should come soon.
So, Hans, do you want to tell us a little bit about the semifinals in Puzzle Rush that you'll be playing later? So that people that are watching here this stream can later go and watch the semifinals of the puzzle battle.
Of course.
So we have here some... Yeah?
So maybe like 8 hours from now, I'll be playing the puzzle battle. So I'm sure most people should be familiar with Puzzle Rush. Puzzle battle is like 1v1 puzzle rush. And the world championship is happening, and we're in the semifinals, and I have a very tough match. So make sure to tune in, and that's me and the other people. So yeah, I've got a tough match. I'm gonna try and sleep and get ready. and try and do my best. But make sure to tune in for that. Also, Tata Steel right after this, so you get a great day of chess. After
Definitely.
Tata Steel, come watch Puzzle Rush, and I'm sure you have plenty of chess.
You can stay all day here, Chess.com, watching all these different events. So a very good
Also,
day, chess.
I have a question. What is this Dr. Wolf thing? Anyone in chat can explain this?
Knight A3 was played again here.
Oh, okay.
So what happens if you take on A4?
Resignation happens, hopefully. I'd like to sleep.
No, but I'm just wondering, what happens here if you take on A4?
Hopefully resignation.
But
Resignation. Honesty is the best thing about being a commentator.
honesty? Did you say that?
Honesty. So it means
But
honesty is a great quality.
of course.
Yeah, takes the pawn.
But I just don't see how to continue here with black.
Yes, that's correct.
So king E6?
Yeah, I don't want there to be a way to continue. I want this to be over. No, I'm kidding. I like this is good.
Let's stay positive, Hans.
Yeah, be positive.
Take on D2.
Yeah.
Is that what happens here then?
I assume there's gonna be like a knight B5 and then a knight, maybe a discovery. But
yeah, but if knight B5, then we just take.
Yeah, or even check.
Hey, Hans, it finished.
Oh, they did?
After rook f4 was played, not rook takes a4. Rook f4 was played here, and after king d5, well, yeah, of course f7 just wins here. So rook f4 was a much better move than rook takes a4 because it's impossible to stop the f5
It's
from
over.
promoting.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a really, really long nap.
Yeah. All right, Hans, thank you so much for being here with us today. I'm gonna let you go and sleep.
Yes.
And good luck today.
Thank you all for watching. Make sure to come to the puzzle battle, watch that.
Yeah.
I was very, very happy. Thank you for hosting, Anna. It was great.
Thank you.
It was great. We got a great game to watch.
Yeah.
I think it was very, very, very good.
Yeah.
So, and tomorrow we'll be back, right?
Tomorrow we'll be back at the same time to commentate the last game that will be played in Shanghai.
Yes.
So
and I'll be equally sleep deprived that stream. So
now we are on 2.5.
Yes. Very, very exciting.
Yeah. So.
And you're gonna create your channel, right?
Exactly. We'll see. But first, everyone should go to Tata Steel now because it's starting very, very soon. So you should all turn into Tata Steel and see the commentating there, which will probably be great. And some very high level chess there. So.
And are we hosting anyone, or is it staying on? Do you know that? Are we hosting, or is it staying on till Tata Steel? I'm waiting on that. I think Tata. Do you know when Tata Steel starts, Anna? Or
yeah, I think it's in 20 minutes.
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna be hosting anyone then. So you guys can sit tight.
Yeah.
If you're bored, play some Puzzle Rush.
Exactly. That's what you should be doing, and then you will maybe recognize some of the positions from the puzzle battle when you watch it later.
Oh yes, absolutely. Okay. So maybe before we end, do you want to maybe look at some key moments just to sum it up for people who haven't been here the whole time?
Yeah, we should do this just very quickly, just so that we don't.
Yes. We want to make sure. I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah. So, do you want to go to...
How about we go to move Queen D7 to key moment? Key moment. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. I think we have to sum it up because Tud is still starting soon.
Yeah.
But yeah. So thank you all for watching.
Yeah, and you can, of course, watch this game again, and you will probably see some key moments as well, and see where things start to turn in the game. But it was a very nice game from both players, actually. A very risk-taking game, right?
Absolutely. I love those types of games.
Yeah, perfect for you to be here to commentate this game then.
Yes.
All right. So thank you once again for everyone that's been watching this. It was very nice to commentate here once again. And once again, thank you, Hans, for being here with us today. And yeah, good luck. Good luck later.
Yes, thank you.
All right. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yep.